going to be week 4 of our beginner class. If you've noticed, we've been recording the classes at a different time than we're teaching them because we have some people come live and we teach that down at the studio, and then we're doing these separately. We think it works a little better. So we have a few minutes before we start. If you're just joining us for your first beginner class, it's an 8-week series, but each class is all designed for beginners. So no matter where you jump in, you'll be more than comfortable with this class. But remember, if something doesn't feel right or your body just doesn't want to do it, make sure you don't do it and just listen to your body. So we're going to start today in a comfortable seated position, up nice and tall. If you do have a hard time sitting cross-legged, you can always extend the legs, or I have a little blanket rolled up under me. If you sit on something, it'll lift your hips a little bit and makes it a little more comfortable to sit down. So grab a nice comfortable seated position. Have the crown of the head up towards the sky. Pulling the shoulder blades back, so maybe roll those up near your ears and drop them down your back. You can bring your hands to heart center. Light bow to your head. And just take a moment to give yourself some gratitude for coming to your mat today and for making your health and well-being a priority. When you're ready, you can rub your hands together and build up some friction. When your hands get nice and warm, you can just transfer that heat to your heart center. Let the warmth go through your hands and into your chest. And you can blink your eyes open and just relax the arms down on your knees, up nice and tall with the spine. And with an exhale, we're just going to lower our chin to chest. Let the head hang there for a few moments. Relaxing the shoulders. There's no pressure on the neck though. And with an inhale, lift your gaze up towards the sky, making sure you don't pinch your neck. And exhale, lower chin to chest. And one more time through, inhale, gaze up towards sky. Exhale, chin to chest. Just relax the shoulder blades. And with an inhale, roll your left ear towards left shoulder. Exhale, come back to center. And inhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Exhale towards center. One more time. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. And exhale back to center. And inhale. Exhale back to center. And this time when we go left, we're going to go all the way around 2 times. Nice, gentle movement. And then all the way around 2 times the other way. And we'll end up chin to chest after all those rotations. With an inhale, you can just raise your gaze up. Nice neutral position. We're going to make some big circles with the spine. So we're going to loosen our spine up. Gentle movement, big circle. Make that circle as big as you can make it. And you can use your hands on your knees to help hold you in position when you're going back, and then change directions. And you can come to stillness. Now with an inhale, bring both arms way up overhead. And with an exhale, we're going to plant our right hand down by our side and then lean over towards the right, making sure you keep that left glute firmly on the mat. And you want to keep this right shoulder away from your ear so you can bend that elbow as much as you have to. We don't want to have that elbow or shoulder up near the ear. And now bring a little waving motion to this. So with an inhale, bring that left arm up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, fold over. And one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. And really elongate that left side. With an inhale, both arms are going to come up overhead. Exhale, bring that left hand down the mat and right arm overhead. Keeping the shoulders flat against an imaginary wall and breathing. Now bring some movement to this side, so inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. And one more time. Inhale up. Exhale over. Just stay there, keeping that right glute on the mat. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, release the arms. Now we're going to do a seated twist. So with an inhale, bring both arms up overhead. And on the exhale, place your left hand on right knee, right hand behind back, and twisting from the rib cage. What's important here is that your spine is nice and straight and there's no pressure on the neck. We're twisting from this middle to upper rib cage area. With our next inhale, we're going to bring both arms up overhead. And exhale, right hand, left knee, left hand behind back, and twisting from the ribs. Once again, no pressure on the neck. The neck is free. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And with an exhale, we're going to forward fold. And we're not trying to bring our head to the ground. That's really important here. Try to bring your chest towards the ground. We don't want the head being forced down. So wherever the chest stops and the back stops, leave the head there. You can bring your arms down to the ground and relax. And maybe with an inhale, come up just 2 inches. Exhale, fold forward, bringing that chest to the ground. Inhale, come up 2 inches. Exhale, fold forward. Now with an inhale, bring both arms up overhead and we're going to turn and face our right knee. And exhale, forward fold that way. Once again, bring the chest towards the knee, not the head. Inhale, both arms up overhead and turn and face that left knee. Exhale, forward fold that way. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold in the middle again. And if you feel wherever that tightness is, whether it's your lower back or hips, just don't try to force it. Just try to get that area to relax. So breathe deeply and relax. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms down by your sides. Now with an inhale, bring both arms up overhead and interlock the fingers. Have your pointer finger going up and thumb back. And we're going to make circles with the spine, but just the upper spine, so the area right below the shoulder blades. trying not to move the lower back and change directions. And you can come to stillness. Exhale, release the arms down by your sides. And we're going to come to a laying position. So you want to lay nice and flat. Have the legs completely extended, arms down by your sides. And with an inhale, we're going to pull both knees to chest. And just gently rock side to side. You can come to stillness. We're going to place both hands on our knees. And we're just going to paint big circles with the knees on the ceiling or sky. So just big circular motion. Both knees going in the same direction. And you can change directions. You can come to stillness. And now we're going to make circles with the knees going in opposite directions. So the knees start together. Inhale, open them up. Exhale, they meet together again. So big circles with the knees. And change directions. And you can come to stillness and pull those knees to chest. And now hold that right knee as close to your chest as you can get it and send the left foot up to the sky. And with an exhale, lower that left leg down under control. Now we're going to bring some movement to our right knee. So just place the right hand on top of the right knee. And with an inhale, move that knee away from your body. And with an exhale, open it up to the side and pull it towards your right underarm. And you really want to try to get that leg out as far as you can to the side. And then inhale, move the knee away from the body. And exhale, pull it towards your chest. So just go between this movement, knee to chest, knee away, knee underarm, and back. All at your own pace. Making a V shape with the knee movement. Next time your knee's back at chest, you can keep it there and give it a real tight squeeze. We're going to place our left hand on the outside edge of that right knee and tee our right arm out to the side. And then with an exhale, roll onto our left hip, looking over the right shoulder and keeping that right shoulder down on the mat. So we're on the left hip, right shoulder's firmly planted on the mat. And looking over that right shoulder. And just breathe. With an inhale, come on to your back and pull that right knee to chest. And then with your next inhale, pull your left knee to chest and gently rock side to side. You can come to stillness and hold that left knee to chest and send the right foot up to sky. And exhale, lower that right foot down to the mat. And give that left knee a nice pull to chest. Place the left hand on top of the knee. And with an inhale, move the knee away. Exhale, open it up to the side as far as you can and pull it towards your left underarm. Inhale, move that knee away. Exhale, pull your knee to chest. And just do these at your own pace. Next time your knee is back at chest, you can keep it there. Give it a real tight squeeze. We're going to put that right hand on the outside edge of that left knee and tee the left arm out to the side. And then gently roll onto that right hip, looking over the left shoulder. Making sure that left shoulders stay on the mat. Nice deep breaths here. With your next inhale, come back up to center and give that left knee a real good squeeze. And with an inhale, pull that right knee to chest and gently rock side to side. You can come to stillness and extend that left leg out flat along the mat. We're going to do a one-legged happy baby, so if you can grab your right foot with your right hand and then send the sole of that right foot up to the sky. Have a nice bend in that right knee. Nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale and send that right foot straight up to sky. And exhale, lower it down to meet the left. With an inhale, pull that left knee to chest. And we'll do a one-legged happy baby on this side. So inhale, grab that foot, and send the sole of the foot up to the sky. Nice bend in the knee. And when you're ready with an inhale, we're going to release that foot and send it up to the sky. And exhale, lower that left leg down to meet the right. We're just going to do one more spinal twist here before we move on. So inhale, pull that right knee to chest and give it a squeeze. And then place your right foot on the left thigh. And tee your arms out to the side. And when you're ready, exhale, roll onto that left hip, keeping the right foot on left thigh and both shoulders flat on the mat, looking over the right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, roll back to center and pull that right knee to chest one more time. And then exhale, extend it out to meet the left. And inhale, pull that left knee to chest. Place that left foot on the right thigh. Tee your arms and roll onto that right hip, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center and pull that left knee to chest. And exhale, extend that left leg out along the mat. And one more time, inhale, pull knees to chest. And we're going to come to a seated position from here. So we're just going to rock a few times front to back. Just bringing some movement. And then whenever you feel comfortable, you can come up to a seated position. And then we're going to come to standing. So up nice and tall. And just take a quick Tadasana, check in with your body. Palms are facing forward, shoulder blades are back. Breathing deeply. We're going to work on a few forward folds. So with an inhale, send both arms way up overhead. And with an exhale, swan dive forward, bending the knees if you have to, and bringing the torso so it's coming down towards the ground. Nice deep breath here. You can interlock your hands to elbows and bring some gentle movement to the spine. Just swaying back and forth and letting the torso hang. And once again, it's not about feeling a lot of pain in the hamstrings or calves. It's about relaxing them. With an exhale, you can release the arms down to the mat. Put a micro bend in your knees, and with an inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale your arms up, and exhale, release the arms. And we're going to do one more of those. So big inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Just hang here for a moment. Then we're going to go to a halfway lift. So with your next inhale, place your hands on your thighs, straighten the legs, and come up to a nice flat back, pulling the shoulder blades back. Engage your belly. Let your belly be engaged. Lift your kneecaps by tightening your thighs. Push your hips back and neck and head forward. And continue to breathe. Never hold your breath in yoga. And with an exhale, forward fold. Micro bend the knees and inhale all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, release the arms. And just check in with your body real quick. See how that felt. We're going to add on to that and do some sun salutations. And we're going to go back to a down dog from that same sequence. And before we do, what's important with the down dog is that your hips are high and you're in a V position. So your hips would be an upside down V. So your hips would be the top of that, and the arms and feet are coming down. So we're going to stand at the front of our mat, up nice and tall. And with an inhale, bring both arms way up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll stay here for a few breaths and check in that your back is flat and the shoulder blades are pulled back together. The belly's engaged. And when we do forward folds and come back out of a forward fold and say with a flat back, this is the position we want to go through. Nice flat back here. And when we're ready with our next exhale, we're going to bend our knees, plant our hands, and step back to down dog. Since this is the first down dog of the day, you can pedal your feet, bring some movement. Maybe with an inhale, come up real high on your tiptoes. Exhale, sink those heels and push your chest towards your knees. So inhale, up real high on the tiptoes. Exhale, push your chest towards knees and drop the heels. When we're ready, with an inhale, we're going to come forward to plank, but we're going to come down to our knees for this plank. Tops of the feet are on the mat. And our wrist, elbows, and shoulders are in line. So we're on a nice angle here. The hips aren't high. When you're ready with an exhale, we're going to lower so the whole body comes down at the same time. And inhale up the head and chest for cobra. Doesn't matter how high you come up. You want to protect that lower back. And make sure you're not putting a lot of pressure on the hands for these little baby cobras. It's really your back and core keeping you here. Tops of the feet on the mat. Hips are being pushed into the mat. And relaxing your glutes to protect your lower back. With an exhale, lower your chest. And we're going to push back to down dog. So roll the toes and inhale back to down dog. Look between your hands and walk or step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and big inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, release the arms. And we're going to do one more of those. So big inhale, both arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. Inhale to plank, so we're coming down to our knees, tops of the feet on the mat. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, head and chest up for cobra. Relaxing the glutes, pushing the hips and top of the feet into the mat. Exhale, lower the chest. Roll the toes. And inhale back to down dog. Look between the hands and walk or step to a forward fold. Micro bend the knees and reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up and exhale, release the arms, and just take a quick Tadasana if you need a drink. Check in with your body. So far what we've done in practice today is probably about 25 minutes or so. If you don't have a full hour to give yourself every day, this little warm-up is great for warming the back up in the morning, bringing a little bit of, if you're a little short of breath after doing the sun salutation, that last sequence we did, it's okay. That's a great sequence to build heat in the body. It builds strength and flexibility, so it's all great stuff if you can just squeeze some of it in if you don't have a whole hour. So we're going to go back to our hands and knees, and we're going to get there through a down dog. So we'll do that same sequence, and then we'll end up in hands and knees. So here we go, up nice and tall. Next inhale, both arms go way up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Feel the difference between this one and the first one we did today. Does it feel a little more natural to you? Is it a little more comfortable? With an exhale, we're going to bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to down dog. And we'll stay here for a few breaths also. Just feel it, trying to push the chest towards the thighs or knees. And then when you're ready with your next exhale, come down to your hands and knees. And what's really important here is that your wrist, elbows, and shoulders are in line. The tops of the feet are on the mat and your back is flat. And knees and hips are in line. So we're a tabletop. So when you're ready with an inhale, we're going to send our right leg straight back. And you want to have that leg straight and as close to level with your spine as you can get it. And have those toes pointing towards the ground. And if you're comfortable there, maybe you can extend that left arm, thumb the ceiling or sky. So turn it sideways. And we're going to bring a little movement to this. So with an exhale, touch your knee and elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, touch the knee to elbow. Inhale, extend and hold. Nice deep breath here. And when you're ready, you can put that left hand and right knee down and maybe roll out that right wrist. Now we're going to do the other side. So inhale that left leg straight back. And then send that right arm out in front. And when you're ready, we're going to do knee to elbow. So exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend and hold. Nice deep breath here. And exhale, put that right hand, left knee down, and you can roll out that right wrist or left wrist. And we're just going to take a quick child's pose. So you want to put your knees about mat width apart and touch your big toes together. And then sink your hips down to your heels and bring your forehead down to the mat for child's pose. break, child's pose is a great pose just to come to and completely relax your body. When you're ready with an inhale, we're going to come back up to hands and knees. And we're going to do a supported side plank. So we're going to put our right hand directly in front of our face on our mat and our right knee in line with that. And then when you're comfortable there, just send the left leg back so you're opening your hips to the side and send that left arm up to the sky and look at that left hand. And you want your shoulders flat against an imaginary wall here. So nice and flat. You can stay here or you can lift that left leg. Work on some strength and balance. Just continue to breathe. And with an exhale, you can lower the left hand down and left leg down. And we'll do the other side. So left hand is directly in front of face and left knee's in line. And when you're ready, send that right leg back and right arm up to sky. Nice deep breaths. You can stay there or lift that right leg and work on strength and balance. Breathing deeply. Exhale, lower that right arm and right leg down. And just take a few breaths in tabletop. Hands and knees here. And we're going to go back to down dog, but we're going to hover first. So with an inhale, we're going to roll our toes and just lift our knees about 5 to 6 inches. Engage your core and breathe. With an inhale, push all the way back to down dog. And now instead of stepping forward, we're going to slowly walk our hands back towards our feet so we're in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Micro bend the knees and big inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms down by the side and take a quick Tadasana. Mountain pose or Tadasana is a great pose just to relax. Feet are about hip width apart or maybe a little wider. Shoulders are back. Palms facing forward. And just breathe deeply. Work on a warrior one sequence today, so we're going to stand up nice and tall at the front of our mat, hands at heart center, and just step this left foot back. It doesn't matter how far that foot is. What matters is the whole foot is grounded and my toes are pointing to the outside edge of the mat, so they're facing forward. We want to make sure they're not sideways. There's a bend in the right knee. The knee and ankle are stacked above each other. And the really important thing here is that this left hip is facing forward. If you can't get that left hip forward, move the left foot in a little closer. The chest is forward, and then you engage your arms. And you want to make sure your shoulders, and I'll turn sideways so you can see, the shoulders are away from the ears. We don't want to be like this. You can goal post your arms if you have to, really opening that chest and pulling the shoulder blades back. Breathe deeply and make sure you're engaging your arms in warrior one. This is a strong asana, so tighten your triceps, make your fingers solid, your wrists are strong. And we're going to bring some movement to this. So with an inhale, bring the arms up real high. Exhale, bring the arms down and touch your hands in front of you. Inhale, bring the hands to heart center and back up overhead. So we'll do 2 more of those. Exhaling the arms down and out in front. Inhaling heart center and back overhead. Exhale down and out front. Inhale heart center and overhead. We'll all meet back in warrior 1. So with an exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to go to high lunge here. So turn the left foot so that we're on the ball of the left foot and the left toes. Once again, it doesn't matter how far it's back, but make sure that back leg is straight. And we're going to bring some movement to this. So with an inhale, we're going to come up high, straighten both legs, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center, bend in the right knee. Inhale, everything up. Exhale, heart center, bend the right knee. And one more time. Inhale, everything up. Exhale, hands heart center, bend that right knee. Now with an inhale, just the arms come up for high lunge. Nice deep breaths here. With an exhale, we're going to put both hands around this right foot and then lower our left knee to the mat and put the top of the left foot on the mat. You're going to bring both hands to the right knee and just pulse your hips forward a little bit. And when you find a position where you feel in this left thigh a little bit of engagement, and you can live with that sensation, stay there and then engage the arms for low lunge. Once again, keep those shoulders away from the ears and open the chest. Nice deep breaths. With an exhale, we're going to place both hands around this right foot and we're going to push back to half monkey. So inhale, straighten that right leg and right toes come up to the sky. You can bring your torso high. It's a little bit of a balance pose. And with an exhale, forward fold, bringing your chest towards that right knee, not reaching the head for the knee. If you have a lot of pain in the calf, you can always put that right foot flat on the mat. Nice deep breaths here. With an exhale, we're going to bend that right knee, put that right foot flat on the mat. On the inhale, roll the left toes and lift that left knee. So we're back in the high lunge, and then just step forward to a standing position. And we're going to do the other side. So up nice and tall, hands at heart center. And when you're ready, step that right foot back. And once again, the distance is not important. It's really the whole foot is grounded. Toes are pointing to the outer right edge of the mat at the top. And this hip is forward. Chest is forward. Engage your arms. So nice deep breaths here. And we're going to bring some movement to this again. So I'll turn and face the camera for this one. Up nice and tall. Inhale, send those arms up high. Exhale, bring the arms down and touch the hands. Inhale, hands to heart center. Arms overhead. And we'll do a total of 3. We'll meet back in warrior 1. And we're going to move, exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We're going to turn that right foot. Back leg is straight. We're on the ball of the right foot and the right toes. And now with an inhale, everything comes up. Arms and straighten that left leg. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, everything up. Exhale, bring it back down. And one more time. Inhale, everything up. Exhale, bring it back down. And now with an inhale, just the arms come up. With an exhale, place both hands around this left foot and lower that right knee and put the top of the right knee on the mat. Place both hands on the left knee and just pulse the hips forward. When you feel that right thigh engage, stay there. And inhale the arms up for low lunge. Nice deep breath, pulling the shoulders away from the ears and opening the chest. And with an exhale, place both hands around the left foot. And we're going to push back to half monkey. So inhale, straighten that left leg, left toes come up to sky. Bring the torso high. And exhale, forward fold. Bringing the knee and chest together. Just never put weight on this front leg. You might hurt your knee. Nice deep breath. When you're ready, with an exhale, bend that left knee and put the left foot back on the mat. We're going to inhale, roll the right toes and lift that right knee. And then step forward to a standing position and take a quick Tadasana. Up nice and tall, breathing, shoulders are back, eyes closed. You can blink your eyes open. We're going to work on balance today, and we're going to do tree pose. What's really important is when we send this leg out to the side, that knee is open. The one thing you want to avoid is having the knee coming forward. We're trying to open this hip up and put it on an angle. The leg opening the hip, knees out to the side of the mat. So you want to find a focus point. I like to find something in front of me because then I can keep my gaze up. Some people like to look at the ground 3 or 4 feet in front of them, but I like it to be high. But whatever works for you is good. So up nice and tall, hands at heart center. Slowly transfer your weight to your left foot and put a micro bend in that left knee. And when you're ready, you can kickstand that right heel against the left ankle. And you can stay here if you're not sure if you want to go further, or you can just lift those right toes and work on balance. If you want to go further, you can place that right foot on the left calf or left thigh, just not the left knee. No side pressure on the knee. Make sure you're engaging your belly, so if you wiggle a little, it won't throw you off balance. If you're comfortable, you can engage your branches. Send the arms out in any direction you want. Just play with the balance, and if you step out of it, just come right back to it. It's called practice. Nice deep breaths. When you're ready, we want to come out of this under control. So we exhale, bring the hands to heart center, and then bring that right leg down. Release the arms, and you can shake out the left leg, give it a little bit of a break. And we're going to do the other side now, so slowly put the weight into that right foot, micro bend in the right knee. When you're comfortable, kickstand that left heel against the right ankle. You can stay there and just tap the toes, or put that left foot on the right calf or thigh, just not the knee. Engage your abdomen, and when you're ready, grow your branches. Nice deep breaths. And if you step out of it, just come right back to it. And once again, we want to come out of this under control. So with the exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And step that left leg down, and you can shake the right leg out. Take a quick Tadasana, just check in with your body. You can blink your eyes open. And we're going to work on chair pose today. Before we get into it though, we are going to add a twist, and I want to go over something that's really important. We'll be in chair, and when we twist, a lot of times we have the habit of, watch my hips and knees, they all go with the twist. We don't want that. With the twist, it's more important that you don't twist as far, but you twist just the upper body. My knees and hips haven't moved at all. And you can tell when you get to the twist, look at your knees, they should be even. If one knee's coming forward, then you move. So it's really important just to twist a little bit and nothing else moves than to twist a whole bunch and everything else moves. So to start, we're going to have our feet and legs touching the whole way up. Hands at heart center. Big inhale up nice and tall. And with the exhale, just sit down into that chair. You should be able to wiggle your toes freely. Most of your weight's going to be on your heels. Nice deep breaths here. Now we're going to add the twist. So with an exhale, just twist right. Stay here for a few breaths. Check in with those knees, they didn't move. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist right. Left. Inhale, back to center. One more time through. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist left, and check in with those knees. Inhale, back to center, and we'll stay for a few breaths. You might be feeling it in the thighs now. Make sure your knees are not coming too far forward. And when we're ready with the next inhale, send both arms way up overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward into a forward fold. Nice deep breaths here. Relaxing any tension in the calves or thighs. Put Put a micro bend in your knees. And inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms down by your sides. And just take a quick Tadasana. Blink your eyes open. And we're going to come to a seated position. We're going to get there through squat. So if you have bad knees or don't want to do squat, you can just meet us at seated. If you want to try squat, have your feet about mat width apart and your toes pointing out just a little. And what's important as you go down in squat, as soon as your heels want to come off the mat, that's when you want to stop. So up nice and tall. Take a big inhale. And with that exhale, just lower down into squat. Make sure your heels are flat on the mat, and most of your weight's going to be transferred back there. If you're all the way down and can put your elbows inside your knees, apply a little outward pressure will help loosen up the inner thigh or groin area. Nice deep breaths here. When you're ready, you can place your hands down on the mat. And we're going to come to a seated position with our legs extended. So the spine is up nice and tall and legs are completely out in front of you and touching the whole way down. So my feet are touching, calves are touching, and thighs up nice and tall. And we're going to do a little bit of core work here. So with an exhale, we're going to lean our torso back to a 45-degree angle, and you'll feel those upper abs kick in. And when you feel them engage, that's where you want to be. You can point your toes if you'd like. You can extend your arms out in front of you if you'd like. If your arms are extended, we're going to add on a little bit here. So with an inhale, open those arms out to the side and you'll feel that increase. Exhale, bring them out front. Remember, keep breathing. Inhale, open those arms. Exhale, close. Just stay here for a few more breaths. And when you're ready with an exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Relaxing the whole body. Now with an inhale, we're just going to lift our right leg about 12 inches off the mat. Point the toes and make some big circles with that leg. As big as you can make them. And change directions. Come to stillness. And when we exhale that leg down, we're going to inhale the left leg up. So exhale that leg down. Inhale the other leg up. Big circles. Change directions. Come to stillness. When we exhale this leg down, we're going to inhale both legs up. It's going to get a little harder. So exhale that down. Inhale both legs up and make some circles. Change directions. And come to stillness and hold. And exhale, release those legs down to the mat. Give yourself a little break here. Nice deep breath. And with an inhale, you can bend your knees and put your feet on the mat as close to your hips as you can get them. And with an exhale, let your knees fall off to the left. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let them fall off to the right. And just go between these positions, always inhaling back to center and exhaling off to the sides in this windshield wiper motion. time you go right and come back to center, you can stay there. And with an inhale, pull your knees to chest and gently rock side to side. You can come to stillness. And we're going to do a happy baby. So if you can reach between your legs and grab the soles of your feet, your calves or ankles, and then send the soles of your feet up to the sky, trying to keep the lower back in contact with the mat, maybe gently rocking side to side. Have a nice bend in the knees. And when you're ready with your next inhale, send those feet straight up to the sky. And exhale, lower them down to the mat. And we'll get ready for Shavasana. So have your feet about mat width apart and the toes falling off to the outside edge of the mat. Your arms down by your sides, maybe 12 to 18 inches off of your hips. And you can be palms down or palms up. And we'll finish class in this position. Just lay there relaxing, breathing deeply. Take any tension out of your face. Maybe put a slight space between your lips. Take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. With your next exhale, just let your shoulders melt into your mat. On your next inhale, tighten up all the muscles in your arms and make a fist, almost like you're lifting the arms. And with your next exhale, release all that tension and let your arms just melt into your mat. Relax any tension in your back and hips. And with your next exhale, let it all go into your mat. And just relax. With your next inhale, tighten up all the muscles in your legs, almost like you're lifting them off the mat. And with an exhale, let go of all that tension and completely relax the lower part of your body. Let your chest and belly move freely with each inhale and exhale. And if thoughts come to your mind, let them float away with the exhale. The next time you inhale, inhale to the crown of your head and exhale to the soles of your feet. Inhaling to the crown of your head and exhaling to the soles of your feet for the remainder of Shavasana. Focus on elongating those inhales and slowly but completely exhaling. Slowly bring awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes or roll your wrists and ankles from side to side. And when you're ready with your eyes closed, roll onto your left or right side. Shavasana is corpse pose. It's symbolic of leaving behind what we'd like to leave behind in practice, starting your day and life from this point forward. And when you're ready with your eyes closed, push yourself up into a comfortable seated position with Anjali Mudra hands or prayer hands, thumbs on sternum and a light bow to your head. Yoga is a journey, and I'd like to thank you for sharing your journey with me today. The only difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Thank you for being here today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thanks for being here. This was week 4 of our beginner series. We will be continuing the series for the next 4 weeks, but you can jump in anytime you'd like. If you're doing these online and aren't able to come to the studio, that's fine. But if you do have any questions or concerns or certain asanas that don't feel right to you, please make sure you let us know so we can give you modifications or other modifications to make it a little more easy for you or more comfortable for you. Because a lot of times some of the things we do, our bodies just aren't used to doing that, but there's always baby steps to get to that final destination. So make sure you keep us posted and stay in touch with us about those type things. Have a wonderful day and namaste.